on it and moved on. So you want to set up alerts with Twitter on the ones that you definitely want to post on so that you can get maximum exposure and engagement for those particular tweets. Okay, now, quick tip, Reddit. Reddit has as many not safe for work subreddits as Leonardo DiCaprio has had girlfriends under 26 years old. It is absolutely impossible to post on all of them, and you really shouldn't attempt to try. I would suggest doing a simple rotation technique when posting on Reddit. Find 30 or so subreddits that you feel you can post successfully on and rotate between 5 or so a day each day. Then go and check your OnlyFans referral site stats to see if you get a spike in traffic from Reddit each day. If you notice higher spikes when you post to certain subreddits, add those subreddits to be posted to daily. It's impossible to know where your pictures will get the most attention unless you actually post to different subreddits. Attention is not always just upvotes as well. If someone really likes your pictures, they might just jump to your profile and then over to your OnlyFans page. I have said before that likes are people's way of saying, thanks for this free thing. This is the same when it comes to upvotes. That might be all the action that person takes, while you really wanted them to go look at your OnlyFans page. So post in a lot of different places and monitor what happens on OnlyFans when you do. Don't just pay attention to upvotes. All right, and now a Reddit time tip. As I mentioned, it is a bad idea to use auto-posting services on Reddit like FanCharm and other popular auto Reddit posters, unless you're dealing with a throwaway account. If you care about your marketing, you will save time by eliminating subreddits that aren't effective, not by spamming every subreddit and hoping for the best. This will maximize your time by keeping you focused on the subreddits that work best for you. You also want to make sure you have Reddit set up on your phone to allow alerts, so if someone comments on your Reddit post, you'll be able to get back to them as quickly as possible. And as I have mentioned about auto posting, yes, it's easier, but also, yes, it's a lot less effective. If you're just spamming a whole bunch of different subreddits, you aren't there when people are commenting, you don't have the time to interact, things like that. But if you narrow your focus down to the subreddits that really work for you, you're going to be able to engage with people on those subreddits, and that's going to likely lead to a lot more conversions and more people following and subscribing to your OnlyFans page. Okay, so next we're going to go over weekly marketing tasks for your OnlyFans page. So you may have noticed that you have 20 minutes left as we had 4 different sections before that took up 40 minutes. So you still have 20 minutes left of your hour. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate different things into those 20 minutes each day. Okay, so your weekly marketing tasks. So what you want to do is for 10 minutes a day, you want to complete one of 7 OnlyFans marketing tasks in rotation. So I'm going to go over the different ones that you need to get done in that way. So this means devoting 10 minutes one day a week to making sure that each of the tasks are done effectively. So I would suggest doing these specific tasks when you are most in the mood for them. Okay. So the 7 different tasks are this: commenting on social media with fans. So interacting with your fans on social media is important because it humanizes you to them. Remember, being on OnlyFans is being part of someone's life and routine, not a goddess on a pyramid living high up on the clouds looking down at everyone. You want to be slightly out of reach, but also familiar at the same time. This can be done by devoting 10 minutes each week to going through and commenting on fans' posts, both on your social media and theirs. Okay, so next task: posting 3 times a week on Instagram. Even if Instagram isn't one of your main marketing channels, it is still an influential channel and one that many people will certainly check out, as many fans will think of it as your basically free version of OnlyFans. It gives people an idea of what kind of content they might expect on your OnlyFans, and also shows them whether or not you can keep a schedule posting online consistently. So for this reason, it's important to post consistently on Instagram. So that's why I highly recommend it, because it's basically like a test case for those who are your fans. If you're able to post a lot on Instagram, or you keep a schedule, or you're very interesting with lots of different outfits, they're going to say, okay, this person's online a lot. If I subscribe to their OnlyFans, chances are I'm going to get better content in rotation. So it's going to work out for me. That's what you want them to think. And that's why I suggest posting on your Instagram as part of your marketing efforts. Okay, next would be weekly mass DM creation. So I'm not a huge fan of mass DMs on OnlyFans, as I tend to think they get mostly ignored, but they are nonetheless part of an effective marketing strategy. Anything that lets your fans know you're engaged with them on OnlyFans is a net positive. This also allows for you to promote PPV or whatever you might be offering as far as content that week. So depending on if you have a small or large audience on the platform, you can always find a way to customize it enough that it can get noticed. Okay, and then next would be working on share for shares with other creators. So these are sometimes known as SFS, or share for shares. So these are a popular way for creators on OnlyFans to help each other out, basically being seen by each other's audiences. This can require building relationships with other creators, which I highly recommend to begin with. Being part of the OnlyFans community gives you insights, and being friends with fellow creators is valuable. When you find creators who are in the same niche as you, they will likely have similar types of fans. It is a good idea to hunt out share for share opportunities, as they are typically free and both parties will be able to benefit from the added exposure that it brings to an OnlyFans page. Okay, next, responding to low priority DMs. So remember earlier when I was talking about leaving some DMs hanging? Well, this is the time to go back to those lower priority DMs and message the person back. Maybe they seemed like spam, but you weren't sure and didn't want to investigate their profile then and there. Well, give yourself time during the week to go back into your DMs, both on OnlyFans and on social media, and respond back to those who you weren't able to get back to right away, while you were answering your more high priority, important direct messages during the week. Okay, next would be creation of TikTok, video, or slideshow. So if you listened to my episode about TikTok, creating a TikTok thirst trap for OnlyFans, I definitely believe that having a presence on TikTok based on its huge popularity is important. That means you should be looking at creating at least one TikTok video a week, or combining some of those Instagram pictures into a creative slideshow for those coming to your page. Remember, all your TikTok needs to be is a more video-based version of Instagram for it to be effective for OnlyFans promotion. So make sure you take the time out of your week to post something on this platform. Okay, next and lastly, following others on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure that you are proactive on your social media, not just reactive. That means taking the time out at least once a week to start following other people on your social media. That could mean following back the people who followed you on platforms, but also it means investigating people who are following similar creators to you and following them as well. You also want to follow people who are more successful on the platforms you want to excel at so you can watch what they are up to and how they are posting. Either way, you want to take at least 10 minutes each week and follow people. All right. Now, lastly, your last 10 minutes, and I promise you kind of have like free time. So the last 10 minutes is free time and new tasks. So you want to spend 10 minutes basically for free time to explore new tasks and analyzing your marketing efforts. So the last 10 minutes of your hour should be utilized for new thoughts and self-examination of the effectiveness of your current marketing methods. Each day, you should be exploring new thoughts and places to market your OnlyFans page. You should also be examining the techniques you are currently using to make sure they are still effective. If that means abandoning your second major social channel for another one, this is the time to think about that. You can drive as fast as possible to your goal, but if you miss an exit along the way and don't take time to reflect, you won't realize it until you are way off course. That is why one of the keys to effective marketing is examining the efforts that you have made so far. Okay, so quick tip. Make sure that you take the time to look at individual issues you may be having in your marketing and don't just examine the whole thing as a failure. Inevitably, your marketing efforts will have setbacks, and you'll be tempted to look at the whole and see it as not working. A better technique is to break down each individual aspect of your marketing effort and determine which ones are working and which aren't. Many times you'll find a small part of your marketing is doing 90% of the work or gaining you 90% of the sales. This isn't a bad thing at all. It's actually a good thing to find this out. You then can pull the plug on the other 90% that isn't working and zero in on what is. Most marketers never do this for fear of losing out on a very small sliver of sales. And that can be your key to success. Okay, and then a time tip. Don't let this time be taken up by other concerns or overruns from your other daily marketing tasks. If that happens, double your time on this task the next day so that you make sure you don't start straying further and further from your goals. Quiet reflection and analysis is one of the most important parts of your marketing effort, and you need to make time for it. Okay, so can you get all your OnlyFans promotion done in just 1 hour a day? So I won't say that this isn't a pretty tight schedule, and you might still have overruns here and there. But in my opinion, this is the most effective schedule for having success with your OnlyFans marketing on a daily and weekly basis. For many people, they end up lost in the weeds on basically marketing channels, spending all their day on it, and never seem to have time to expand out their marketing efforts. So I wanted to create this guide so that you'd see it is possible to promote yourself on many different platforms and in many different ways in a short time each day. I know that not everyone is as passionate about marketing as I am, and they just want to try to get the tasks done each day as quickly as possible while being effective and making a ton of money with it in the process. This is a great way to achieve those goals and to help you stick with a marketing campaign on a daily basis towards your road to success. Now, again, if this was a lot to follow along with, you can go on to the SEO Bounty blog. And again, that's at seobounty.com/blog, where you can find this particular article or just go directly to it at seobounty.com/124, where I definitely line itemed the whole plan. So you should definitely go ahead and check that out if you are more of a visual learner. And that way you can create your own guides. What I would do is I would take something like a Google Doc and I would copy what's on the blog, and I would assemble it based on your own